Hello, everyone. My name is Tyler Stillman. Welcome to Marketing Principles. Very brief introduction. I have run the entrepreneurship program at SUU for the past 10 years. This last semester was the first semester I didn't run that. And so now that I've stepped aside from that position, I am teaching marketing principles again. It's been 10 years since I have taught this class, and on the downside, I'm a little rusty on some of this. I had to get up to speed. On the upside, the materials, the instructor resources, textbook in particular, so much better than they used to be. So that's the good news. Let me tell you a little bit about this class. So first thing is with regards to office hours. I'm super happy to meet with students. I really quite enjoy my job, so I certainly don't mind. I have kind of two options for meeting. One is every Monday I'm in the rotunda with a couple of professor friends of mine. We all just kind of have our office hours together for an hour on Monday. Then there's also quite a few appointments you can schedule if you and that can be remote or that can be face to face, at whatever your preference is. As I mentioned, textbooks have gotten a ton better as compared to 10 years ago. What I'm using is Stukent. What you are using is Stukent. Modern Marketing Principles. This is part of an inclusive access, so that gets bundled into your tuition, and then everybody in the class has access to the same course materials. Just kind of some boring stuff to cover. As far as communication, my preference is to contact me through the Canvas messaging app. If it's time sensitive, if it's urgent, then go ahead and email me. That's the next best way to reach me. Late work, I accept late work. There's a 5% per day penalty for all late work, and I won't accept anything after April 18th. So now we'll talk a little bit about the course materials and expectations. The first thing is chapter quizzes. You will take chapter quizzes, surprisingly enough, at the end of the chapters. My preference is that you read first and then take the chapter quizzes instead of taking the quizzes while quickly trying to find what the answers might be in the textbook. So read first, then take the quizzes. We'll be using Honor Lock on the quizzes. This is to minimize cheating, so please don't cheat. This is just a quick visual of what your textbook looks like. You'll read the content and take quizzes on the content. The quizzes, I think, are fair, and if you're reading the material, I don't think you will find it particularly difficult. The next category is strengthen your skills. This is 20% of your grade, whereas the content in the quizzes is there's a lot of questions about definitions and understanding core concepts. Strengthen your skills is more applied. In other words, you will often see examples, and I'll show you one here. Here is an example of a strengthen your skills type question. So you'll learn about the 4 P's in chapter 1, and there's only 1 1/4 showing here, but the idea is that once you've understood the material, and that's kind of what the quizzes are about, the strengthen your skills are a little bit more about applying that to scenarios, right? To make sure that it's not just theoretical, it's a little bit more practical. That's what strengthen your skills is about. Next is video case studies, 12% of your final grade. There are 20 something videos that were available to assign. I chose what I think are the best 16 videos. And of that list of 16, I want you to choose any 10. And the way this works in Canvas is this category of assignment is set to drop the 6 lowest scores. So you do 10, you get zeros on the other 6, and those zeros will all be dropped. And the reason for this is I just want you to have some buy-in on the videos. Watching a ton of videos can become tedious. So I kind of would like you to select the kinds of brands and topics that are interesting to you. And that way I think these video case studies will be more worthwhile. Here's just an example of what they look like. So you watch the video and you take a quick quiz on those. As you're reading, there will be quite a handful of these. Check your understanding. These are kind of very brief. I don't want to call them quizzes because there's already a category, but they are questions that appear at regular intervals throughout your reading that are very easy. It's only 3% of your grade, so don't stress on these too much, but it's just to kind of make sure that you are paying attention. A lot of people, myself included, I'm reading and sometimes my eyes are going across the words, but it's not really sinking in. And this is kind of a way to make sure that it's actually getting past your eyes and into your brain. And there is what it looks like. The bulk of your grade will be determined by how you perform on what is called a simternship, which is a simulation of an internship. And the idea is you are an intern at a company that makes bags. And I think this is a really cool piece of innovation in as far as education goes. This is so you have a lot of leeway in terms of how you can design the bag, like what the actual product is, who it's intended for. You have a lot of say over the research that you'll do, how you're going to price it, what kind of promotion you are going to use, and then how do you distribute it? Is this something you're selling online? Are you selling it through retailers? And this is, I think, really neat because you have to actually genuinely understand a lot of the content of, you have to understand marketing in order to do well on this. And so that's why it is worth the bulk of your points. I think that that's my last slide. So I'll just finish here and say, I really love my job and I'm happy to do it. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to help you. I'd like to see you do well in this class. Thanks for your attention.